What's up YouTube? Here's a little video on a simple solar charger tutorial, something I found on Instructables and anybody can do it. This is my first time editing a video, so if it's a little choppy, my apologies, but let's jump into it. You will need a soldering iron, some 22 gauge wire, a DC male power pigtail plug, a lithium battery charging board. I chose this one because it has two light indicators on the board, one to let you know it's charging and the other to let you know when the battery is full. You can also use the micro USB to charge the battery a little quicker. I also went with a 3.7 volt 4400 milliamp hour battery. I went with this one because most cell phones are about 2200 milliamp hours and tablets are closer to 3500, so this will charge your cell phone twice before going dead. You also need a DC power module for stepping up voltage from 3 volts to 5 volts. You need this because most devices require 5 volts to charge and you're only getting 3.7 off the battery. You'll need a diode. You'll also need a 5 volt mini solar cell, a 2.1 millimeter female connector. This is to plug your solar panel into, and last but not least, a box to put it all in. The original tutorial called for a Altoids tin can, but I decided to use my 3D printer and found something on Thingiverse to put it all in. And yeah, I'm not too efficient in CAD, so I couldn't design my own box. This one is a little too big, but it's the best thing I can find on Thingiverse. So the first thing I did here was I just put everything in place like it's going to go into the box and kind of get my wire layout and what size wires I need. Next, you'll want to solder your DC male power plug to your solar panel. Now we want to go ahead and solder our wires to our power jack here. Right here in the middle is going to be your positive terminal, and your little the terminal on the end there connected, looks like to the side of the plug, is going to be your negative. Now in this video I did forget to put my diode, connect my diode to the socket, so you want to do that first. You want to connect the positive end of the diode into the positive end of the plug. The negative side of the diode connects to the wire, which then goes to your battery charger. Let's go ahead and put that plug in your box with your wire sticking out the other side. Now we can go ahead and connect it to the battery charging board. On this battery charging board, it's pretty simple. You're just going to connect the wires to the positive and negative terminal where the micro USB is. Right there on the bottom right hand side, you can see it's got the little negative symbol. That's where your negative wire goes, and then your positive goes on the other side. So let's go ahead and get that soldered up. When you're soldering this board, just remember to stick the wires through the top of the board and solder your wires on the bottom. It's just a little easier. You don't have to worry about burning up anything on the board. Let's go ahead and get that battery in there. Go ahead and measure like we did before with the wires to see the length that you're going to need. Like I said, this board is pretty self-explanatory. You have a B positive and a B negative on the board. Just connect your positive wire to your positive terminal on the board, and then your negative wire to the negative terminal on the board. Go ahead and solder it up the same way. Wires to the top, solder on the bottom. Now let's go ahead and get ready for the last component. go ahead and just put in your wires that's going to be connecting to your mini DC power module. You connect these wires where your batteries are. They have two more terminals. It just says positive and negative out. So these are the ones that's going to go out from this charging board to your little DC power module. Once you have those soldered and in place, we want to connect the power module. Put your wires from the top through the bottom. Go ahead and solder up. Let's go ahead and bring everything outside and get a test. Get that solar panel and direct sunlight. That way we can get the full 5 to 6 volts that you're going to get off of it. Whenever you plug this in, you should see a red light come on. Right there, the red light on your charging board. That's how you know the battery's getting charged. You can use a voltmeter and test everything. Really not necessary. You got the red light, means it's charging. Alright, and the final step is getting your hot glue gun out and getting all those components set in there. I put a nice thick bead to keep them in place. Make sure they're, whenever you're plugging your devices in and out, it's going to hold. And after you get that set up, we'll be good to go. And I'll show you here in a second, whenever it's finished, you'll see that where I had to go back and put that diode in. And after you get everything set in place, that's it. There's your final project there. Micro USB is to help charge the battery, or you can charge it with a solar panel. You see right there on that plug, the green sleeve, that's covering up my diode. And that's basically it. You get that together, you're good to roll. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see y'all later.